All right.
I don't like the look.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Al Talk to That podcast.
Where's the music, B?
Well, I'm hooked up to what's the name? Let's add that on in post. Damn, can we leave the magic for later?
Cool. What's popping? What's popping? I'll toast to that. Toasters. Steve in this thing. Episode 24? Is it?
23.
23. 23.
23.
23. Yeah. But we getting up there in numbers, staying consistent, getting a lot of product out to y'all during these quarantine times. You know, like
magic
it's like
out here.
it's just like it's a household name. We gotta move this product. When you move this product, consistency is key when you're doing this in a dope game. This is not the dope game. This is a But like we said, consistency is key. Just like in the dope game, in the rap game, you got to be consistent. You got to do all it. Stop. Damn.
You got your coworker in there? Your little your coworker in there?
What is he doing?
Had a hookah tip on the floor. The damn dog was about to eat it. I was like, no.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, we're getting up there. So let's run the show. Run the show.
Yeah. Wait. Well, let's talk about last episode. Our first guest. How y'all felt about that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was good. It was good to get a different perspective on things. Especially, I know we hear a lot of times that on male-based podcasts that they don't get the female perspective on things. So, shouts out to Jen for coming on and giving her perspective on things.
I definitely felt like she gave us a couple shots, though. I ain't think we're not that misogynistic. Just we gave us a couple shots. I'm not that misogynistic.
How would you know from a female perspective? You don't know that. You might think the regular barbershop is okay because that's what you're used to. You grew up around. But from another outsider looking in, maybe the way you perceive things or the way you interpret things could be a little bit misogynistic. I don't know, but that's why we have special guests such as Miss Granville herself, who enlightens us with a different type of view, a different type of way she perceives things. It's all about how you receive and perceive things. I'm on my sermon flow right now. I don't know.
Pastor Douglas over here.
Right.
I'm just saying that I feel like women can, I don't know what the fucking reverse of misogyny is for women, but they do the same shit in salons. They talk shit. I don't know if y'all have ever, like when you was a kid, you had to go to the salon with your mother. They gossip. They do the same shit.
But during those times, I was just like, find something to entertain myself in the corner rather than eavesdrop and listen on their conversations or watch them braid my mother's hair for freaking 17 hours. I was trying to get up out of there. I was trying to do whatever.
That's real.
Like I'm trying to make it as quick as possible, painless as possible. Make sure I got some food. Make sure I got a Game Boy to entertain myself. But to be a fly on the wall then and to interpret that and to perceive the information and the structure, the type of things they were talking about, that would have been clutch. That would have been a key clutch skill to know and to use later in life. But hey, I guess it's just part of childhood.
Yeah, but okay, so women could be just like thinking of music now. Fucking Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion came out with a record and ain't nothing but ratchet. Like they talking the same stuff men talk on records. So I don't find it like women can't be. Damn, I really want to know what the fucking next term for misogyny for women.
Okay, I get you there. They talk about the same thing, and Megan always refers to and brings up the statement that like men do it in her field. Men talk about getting money, fucking hoes, whatever, like flaunting, flexing, whatever. But because she's doing it, that's a problem. Don't shun her for doing the same thing that y'all are doing, the men are doing, just because she's a woman. Okay, that's cool and everything, but I don't. Yeah, like you said, that might not be a problem. I just think it's again a world of double standards. We look at things like that in double standards. Some men can get away with things that women can't, and that's a double standard, and they feel that's unfair. So, equal playing fields, 2020.
Well, what do y'all feel about the actual track? Did y'all listen to the
Basic?
Basic? I don't know. I think Beyonce got her shit off though.
She got her shit off.
I thought the lyrics was basic, bro. But that's just my opinion.
What did you want? What do you want from the Ratchet song, nigga? What you want? You want the pro-fast
No,
shit?
but the thing, but I've never been like one of those. Like I'm gonna overhype. Like to me, I feel like it's overhyped. That's just me personally. I know.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's not a record for us, but it
Right,
is. It's kind of a record. It's for women to enjoy, but for us to watch them enjoy. Like if we was outside and that shit would have came on while we was at a day party, chicks would have been going crazy, and you would enjoy the sight of women going crazy to that record.
I'll give you that. I'm just saying, just my.
But
personal
now we'll
thing
never
for it as
know.
a track.
We'll
Right?
technically never know now.
But that's a good point. Actually, that's a good point. Like, I hope DJs are getting in a bag for all the music. When we do get back out, I hope DJs get in a bag and just hit you with the, oh shit, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this, because all of the plethora of music that is coming out that you have no platform to play, or you don't have a public place to play it on, and to get that in-person excitement and reaction. So you can really develop your bag, get your playlist bag up, and really do some numbers out here, like when we get back outside.
That is true. But I really don't know what the record of the summer is, like what it could be, because you got to be outside to feel that. You got to be outside and feel the energy to really know what the record is. Like, it could be the Savage record, but we wouldn't know because we're stuck in the house.
I guess
TikTok don't go that far, or don't really relate to everything. So
I guess it's
the Tootsie Slide ain't it. The Tootsie Slide ain't the fucking.
Since we on it, are we gonna do the review of the mixtape?
Yeah, okay, so yeah.
The Drake mixtape.
Arbery.
He said Avery, Arbery.
Fucking Arbery Graham. Yeah, we can review it. So what do you got? I mean, I liked it. It was 2 tracks that I could have did without.
Deal without?
Which ones?
Yeah, it's Pain 1993. I could have did without that. I don't really. I mean, that's not for me. That's for young. That's really for some young kids. Like that's for. I don't want to hear. She don't make it. Don't make it. I don't want to hear that shit from grown ass men for fucking 4 minutes. That's not what I'm. And Landed wasn't my favorite, but everything else I fucked with.
I don't know.
Demons needed. Demons needed fucking. Pop Smoke. That was Pop Smoke. That was a Pop Smoke Drake bag. That would have been, to hear Pop Smoke on that would have been dope.
I agree.
I really only got one song. Chicago, the Chicago freestyle. That's the only one.
The freestyle. I mean, yeah, that's dope. Nah, Desire. I fuck with Desires with Future and the D4L one with Future.
Yeah.
Dude, Future was pouring his powder on it. She got that fire, and I ain't no liar. He opened the song up like that. He wrote that in his notebook. He wrote that shit in his notebook, nigga. You know he felt that. It went in the studio. Yo, I couldn't imagine being in the studio and see the nigga. She got the fire, and I ain't no liar. I was like, this nigga took 20 minutes to write this shit. But I mean, I feel like it was cool. It wasn't. I don't know if these are records that will stick for a long time, but it's some dope, cool ones on here.
This is a throwaway, definitely a throwaway, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if these are throwaways, I feel like the album should be good. It should be a good album.
I don't know.
I do think so. I do have a question. So, who's like in the freezer? Who's like cold right now? What artist like needs to drop something? I think it's time for Future to drop something, but I think you gotta be outside. Though. Future can't drop shit while we're
in quarantine.
Somebody cold.
Are we talking about just for a little while, just period? Like for me, like I guess I would look at like as Wayne is one of those artists because I feel like the last two things.
Drop Funeral. He just dropped Funeral earlier this year.
Yeah, but it just it wasn't.
It didn't do anything.
Right, I don't feel like it's the same quality. I guess your definition of cold is just like no music.
Yeah, I think like Big Sean. Okay, cold.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely
Big Sean.
T Grizzy.
Yeah.
T
Grizzly, I'll give you that. Definitely cold. Shit. Cardi. I think Cardi and the Amigos right now.
What?
Cardi and Amigos?
Cardi and Migos are super cold right now. I think they in the freeze. I think it's like times like she ain't drop an album in 2 years, and she only has one album. So I think it's getting the time clock is really coming up for Cardi. She got to drop something soon. I don't know if her fan base would like follow that, like with that type of rate.
She's not
like Kendrick.
But just like you said, Future, he make outside music. Cardi make club music. Though. Cardi make stripper music. These people ain't at work right now. These people are not. The places
make some OnlyFans records. Make some OnlyFans records. Niggas is cash apping strippers. Those big strippers is broke. They are cash apping strippers right now.
Hey,
everybody's still eating.
Hey, speaking of that, I did. So a friend of mine basically sent one of the. Yo, said
George
like, I'm not cash apping anybody. Said like you get the close friends join on IG or whatever for the story. So basically, she has a whole separate IG for her OnlyFans stuff. And she was like, I don't know if you have an OnlyFans, if you have an account or whatever, but I would appreciate if show some support, during these quarantine times. I didn't know how to respond to it.
Show love, break bread.
I would have been like, let me see. I need to sneak peek what I'm paying for. You gotta give a little. It's just like drugs. You don't you gotta taste it a little bit. Give me a little free. Give me a hit for free first time, and then I come back.
First.
Yeah, let me sample the product.
Nah, son. Ain't no show and tell. It's pay and tell.
Ain't no show and tell. Oh shit. Look at that. But yeah, I think the Migos is called. I think the Migos is falling off. That little Taco Tuesday song ain't it. I know Cinco de Mayo's coming up.
Ooh,
but that ain't trying.
Let's talk about it. What we doing?
We gonna be doing this with tacos and tequila. It's gonna be a lot of Zoom, FaceTime with tacos and tequila.
That's whack. We've talked about this before. Some of y'all have mentioned that Cinco de Mayo is your favorite holiday. I feel like across the board, across America, everybody feels like it's almost a national right to indulge in a little tequila, indulge in a couple tacos, soft or hard, however you like them. But it's just not the same. I don't think it's the same.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. Damn, this would have been a lit ass fucking, because it's only Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. It would have been a lit ass little Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
It would have been a lit Cinco de Mayo.
That would have been lit.
But yeah, I mean, for that, I think they're like the ones that's cold right now. Did y'all see that Fresh Prince, Will Smith, like they all got together for the like little Snapchat or IG reunion?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
Hey, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, man.
For real.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Yeah. And then they did a little clip for Uncle Phil. Man, that shit.
I was about to say to anybody when I saw it, I'm not gonna lie.
It was like a montage of videos.
I was like slightly emotional. I was like, bro, like you don't realize like how
and then
much
they started crying, so it was like, damn.
Right. Like how much somebody meant. Like even if he was a fictional character, like I feel like he had an impact on a lot of us growing up.
It's true. Yeah.
So
I mean, what's the best Fresh Prince episode?
Oh my God, there's so many. I think the one with like, when Will's dad, and I know people that's, controversial for a lot of people, but when when that Will's dad came back and then he left again, they said during that part, like that wasn't scripted. Like he actually like hugged Will, and Will was actually crying because he was thinking about his own like personal father during that experience. And then like, Uncle James Avery actually hugged him on the episode. None of that was scripted. So to get that, like,
I think that's when I realized that he's an actor. Yeah, that's when I realized like Will started transforming into an actual actor. Before he was like a silly rapper type dude with a TV show, but that's when he really transformed into an actor. I'm trying to think of another fucking episode that was super good.
Episode?
Or like funny. The money, when they found the money in the cave. That one was good. And then the one with to fucking with Gina when she had a
they were stuck
in the basement.
They got stuck in the attic.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah. That's quarantine. That's what this is going through right now in quarantine. With the girl stuck in the apartment
with the wrong person.
But no, it was those were good. Those were good. Definitely.
I think another. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like the ones every time they were on campus at college, the college campus, like that interaction, that change of scenery too. I always like those.
Yeah. You remember the joint? I was gonna say the one too when what's his name? Trevor, where he was proposing to Hillary bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Will you
marry me? Smack. It's like
but also when they went to the it was a Halloween episode when they went to the magician, the hypnosis one. That was always a good one too.
Yeah. That was good. That was it was some dope episode. Will kept a baddie too. He kept a baddie. Tyra Banks was in his joint. He kept some baddies. Nia Long, yeah, he kept some baddies.
But Vivica was in some of the earlier episodes too.
Yeah.
When Carlton had to check her at the table.
What was I about to say?
Yeah, even Whitley. I think Whitley was on.
Yeah, she was.
Jasmine Guy was on. Yeah.
Jasmine Guy.
Yeah.
He had a lot of
Will kept some baddies, man. I wonder what he was. I heard he was hitting some of these in real life too. I feel like.
Okay, I don't know. I can't confirm.
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, supposedly they have an open marriage anyway, so they.
Excuse me.
That's a rumor, but that him and Jada have an open marriage.
Oh, I thought you said that. Okay.
Oh no, that's a rumor. Shit, if you're Hollywood, that's acting. If you're in Hollywood, you might as well. I mean, shit, they rich. Fucking non-disclosure. The NDA, you better sign the NDA and keep moving.
Oh, mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking of fucking TV shows, y'all watch what is that shit on? Black as Fuck?
Yes. So I watched a couple episodes.
With the title being Black as Fuck and having the I guess not even as resembling the blackish and what's the other one?
Grownish.
Yes. I thought it would be more on the lines of the storylines and the scenes more along the lines of those. I was disappointed. I thought it was dry humor, but it was extremely dry humor. That not everything was funny. I barely laughed. I was kind of disappointed. I really feel like I got hoodwinked. Like I think I was gonna get this type of product, and I didn't. So I wasn't a fan. I can't say I'm a fan of that at all.
Okay, so you saying is it really was it a black show? But I feel like it's a different version of black people. Like it's to show like there are black rich people that like this was more of a white like kids cussing at their parents and shit like that. That's shit white people do. You know, we don't really do that, but like that's but it's to show that it can happen. Yeah, like normalizing that what a rich black dad is and stuff like that in Hollywood and stuff like that because you don't get these images. So I mean, you gotta add new images to the black cinematography and everything like that.
I think also to me it showed like, bro, Kenya can't act. He can't act to save his life. He can write, but he cannot act. Jesus.
I feel like it's very similar to like the concept, like with them going back and telling like little clips of like history and shit like that. Shit Blackish does. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. But supposedly this is all from his ex, like all these stories about his like ex-wife. Like his ex-wife's name is fucking Rainbow and shit like that, like in real life. So, but the episode, I think the Molly episode was funny. The episode when they went on vacation was funny. It was like the third episode. They went to the concert. That was cool. And then when they went on vacation, those probably the two funniest episodes.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Who doesn't enjoy Molly? Molly's for all ages. Molly's for all ages.
Whoa.
Well, now. Well, now.
I don't know where that was left field. I don't know.
Definitely, it is. So Stevie, no Molly for you when we.
Brad, the Molly man ain't making no runs.
I'm worried.
About why?
I'm worried about you. When we free, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm gonna need a GPS tracker on you. I don't know. Lost Steve is coming back. Where's Steve's coming back for sure? Hey, where's Steve? I don't know. I ain't seen him in a minute.
But I always turn up though. I always turn up.
Which one is your camera time?
Yeah, get your coworkers on the rap. Yeah. This is what be happening at work. People, kids and shit, just be running around and meetings. I can't understand that shit.
Hey, can we talk about some of these? Like, what was it? Like a TikTok video, and dude was like recording like his college class, and they would get up every day and do something different, like to the teacher. Like, it was hilarious. Like one of them, they was like passing a pencil throughout the entire, like going around all the blocks. Like I don't know. It's just funny to me.
Never seen that one.
Okay, no, y'all see the Keenan Ivory Wayans little
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that shit was sick.
He said, hashtag old niggas trying to use Instagram.
Teddy Riley gonna be Teddy Riley, huh?
Yeah, that's fucking Juan. He don't want to talk about he don't wear drawers when he at home. in the last fucking episode, he talked about he don't wear drawers when he at home or when he at work meetings. I can't be doing that.
For what? What wear drawers for?
Nah, I need some structure. I need structure during my meeting. What else we got on the docket? What else is going on?
Got a lot of warm weather coming. I don't know.
Warm weather.
Do we?
It's May, bro. It's May.
It'd be rated every other day. It was 50. It was 50 the other day. Then it was 70. This weather is just like this whole 2020 is like the weather. It's just everywhere. Anything.
This weather does nothing for me. I'm in the house. Like I can't even get out and enjoy it like I really, really want to. Like when it was what was it, like 70 degrees yesterday? We supposed to be out. We supposed to be at a day party, go to brunch, go to a day party. We're supposed to be turned up in the city. What am I doing? I'm in the house.
I went hiking.
So did I. On the trail.
Yeah. We should actually all do that. We should go hiking.
So now,
wear your mask. We ain't gotta touch each other. We don't have to touch each other. We're outdoors.
I know.
I'm fine with that. And wear a mask. So I'm fine with that. I ain't trying to be in a fucking room with y'all. Like, touch and die. I'm cool on the couch. That's different.
But we can go outside and go walking. That's cool. I mean, I'm down to do that.
Shit. I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to be I'm trying to be Iron Mike. Like Iron Mike. Like stay active. Like, over there.
Hey, that was. I think I've said this before. Mike Tyson and his well, first of all, Mike Tyson released a video of him just sparring with the person, and the man is 53 years old, and he still looks like he's in great shape. His muscle memory from boxing is still there. All the agility. I mean, he might be a little aged, but it's still there. He's still ferocious. He still want to eat your heart. He still want to eat your children. Praise be to Allah.
This is like your favorite thing. Your favorite.
I don't think you want to eat anybody kids anymore. I feel like this is a mature Mike.
I know to get you when you get married. I'm getting you a fucking post with that fucking thing, a poster with that on it. Yeah, God.
Right, that was a brutal press conference. Like, who says that? Who says that? And he meant that shit. He said that shit too. Like, it was just wild.
Oh wait.
Again,
I want to know how much the dude getting paid to spar with it, because he almost hit him. He almost hit him.
Yeah, he dropped his hands. Don't drop your hands. And it looked like he bit down, like he was like this close to getting knocked clean out.
What I was thinking about was, like, I understand he has on protective gear, but that protective gear is only going to protect so much. You still going to feel them body shots.
Yeah.
You feel that shit.
I know he felt it.
That's probably why he put his hands out. He got a little. He was like, oh, he hit that drop step, nigga. Shit.
Trying to get that quick. That's for air.
Mike is a real. Yeah. Mike is a real one, bro. That man still got it. Like,
how much would you have to get paid for 2 minutes? 2 minutes with Mike. 1 minute.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
It was the last 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes
is way too long.
That's way, bro. I'll know. You mean like 30? Like 15 seconds?
15.
Okay, 1 minute. 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
$1
million. $1 million.
As soon as that bell ring,
I'm running.
The bell ring, I'm just gonna drop. I'm just gonna drop on the floor.
Hey, look, wait. Hey, you only got to make it through 6 seconds, because then you got the 10 second count. So if you can make it through 10 seconds, then drop,
I'm hugging him.
Get your
I'm
10
hugging.
seconds.
You better go for that straight in
The
for a
last,
hug.
you saw what happened to the last person who hugged him. He came up
Right,
with an ear
uppercut and right cross. Done.
Jeez. Hey, yo, there was a funny. Damn, he dropped. But there was a funny ass meme, and it was like, it was not Rory, Holyfield with the mask on, and he was like, but the mask was halfway on. It wasn't strapped on the other ear. It was like, damn, Mike Tyson. This is because of Mike Tyson, and the fucking mask was halfway off because he couldn't strap on the other ear.
Crazy.
Yeah. I think 60 seconds you can last with like just
I'm
60.
not doing it. Nope. I'll pass. Nope.
You just gotta move around the ring. You might. I would do it. 60 seconds. $1 million.
Did you see Homeboy in Hangover when he took that punch from Mike?
So, y'all will go to jail for a week, but won't go 60 seconds in the ring with Mike Tyson. Y'all will go to jail for a week to have your student loans cleared, but won't go to be like for $1 million or more than $1 million to 60 seconds in the ring with Mike. A lot more shit can happen in jail.
But me going to jail, like I'm gonna just do something to go in solitude. So I got you fucking with.
I'm just gonna cheat. I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm just gonna go straight to solitude. I'm gonna cheat myself.
I'm gonna just do something. Right. I'm gonna just do something to go to solitude. Y'all can leave me in this dark ass room for 23 hours. That's cool. I'm all right.
Nah, I don't know about that. I couldn't do that. I'll take the. If I had to pick a week in jail or fucking, if I had a week in jail or the 60-second fight with Mike Tyson, I'm going the 60-second fight with Mike Tyson. I can take a hit. I might not get up from it, but I'll take the hit. Steve's back. Let me ask him.
All right.
So we were talking about. Y'all said you said you wouldn't do the 60 seconds with Mike Tyson, but you would go to jail for a week to have your student loans cleared. So I feel like more shit can happen in jail than what's going to happen in that ring. He can only hit you with the glove.
I'm not fighting a professional boxer. Like I'm fighting.
You'll go to jail with professional murderers.
First of all, Mike Tyson's not a boxer. He's a brawler. He is a fighter. Okay, I'm not taking those punches. No,
you'll go to jail for a week.
In jail, I'm fighting amateurs, all amateurs. So these niggas are not. They don't have their hands are not registered as deadly weapons. These niggas is regular.
They got shivs.
They got shakes. I can get a shake too, nigga. I can get a shake too. Like we have equal playing field. You get poked, I get poked. What are y'all talking about?
I told him I'll just go to solitaire. Just do something crazy, go to solitaire. That's all you gotta do.
That's always one option.
That's the equivalent of getting That's the equivalent. Going to solitaire as soon as you go to jail is the equivalent of just driving in the ring. That's the equivalent. Just quick. That's the fucking equivalent. Yeah. That is. Nah, y'all tripping. I definitely take. If I had to pick either, I'm going with Mike.
Mike is about to break. Mike is about to break you. You are literally about to be Martin in the fucking ring. This nigga flies across the ring. You are Martin. You are Martin who flies across the ring.
So you fight Mike Tyson like Martin get hit by Hitman.
Exactly.
I'm gonna move around that ring and I'll keep moving. There's too much shit to happen in jail. Stabbing, murder, rape. Oh no, that's a little bit too much for me. That's a lot of things that go on. You watch the show For Life? Nah, I'm cool.
You see. Okay.
You seen Oz, nigga? Fuck that. Nah, I'm cool.
Oz was too much. Oz was before its time, and they pushed the envelope on HBO shows. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was.
Oz was a lot. It was a lot.
Whoa. This life is that should have been somewhere else on pay-per-view.
Nigga, that scares straight. If you really try to scare straight your kid, you have to sit them down and watch Oz, nigga. That shit scares the nigga straight. That'll scare you straight for real.
I just remember, I think it was an episode, and I was just like, like you just be having a remote, just flicking through the channels, and it just got on Oz. I was just like, oh no, like that shit got changed so fast.
Nah, I knew what times to go to HBO back in the day. Cinemax, HBO. I knew what times to hit that.
Watch your soft porn.
3 a.m.
Yeah. You get that
convention.
and you take sleep. You had to have a quick previous channel, but
Man, you better have that shit on. That shit on last.
Right.
What you watching? Oh, it's a commercial, man.
Boomerang.
Yeah, I used to have Noble. I used to have that shit on Cartoon Network. Quick,
Yeah,
niggas remember the channel and the code just in case you gotta type it in real quick, but they still got that shit programmed on last. Like, oh, got him.
So
Hey, that
between
shit was
that
used to be, and the TV wouldn't be super loud. You had that shit was
that shit's
like
on volume like 0.1.
Just enough where you can hear a little something.
the loudest was like 6 or 7. It didn't go past that. It did not go past that.
Cause she be moaning, moaning all wild, crazy, like, shut up. Like, what you doing? Like, this is
you acting like she actually there, like she in the house. Like, chill out. What are you doing?
Look, the 2 a.m. sit-back shit, she be moaning all crazy, like it's like life changing. Like she's like going OD with it. I'm like, yo, turn it down.
Or the music gets loud out of nowhere. The music just gets loud out of nowhere in the movie. Like, yo, wait. What you doing? Oh man.
Oh my god.
But y'all was nasty. We was nasty kids. Good God.
I mean, it was BET Uncut too. That was their fault. Nobody told them to show that day.
Yeah.
Nobody told them to show that tip drill video.
They opened the floodgates.
Facts. I didn't know anything about sliding the credit card. I didn't know anything about sliding the credit card down a girl's ass until then.
No one really does that. That's a myth.
I mean, not no more.
Really does. You know,
but it did.
But it looked cool though. Not gonna lie to you.
It looked cool, yeah. That doesn't go down in a strip club. No one's actually sliding a credit card.
Nah, I don't.
Nah.
Did y'all see Diddy's comments? Let's go to politics. Y'all seen Diddy's comments on the black vote?
I did. I do think the.
Well, let's tell if anyone didn't see it. So basically, Diddy was saying that politicians, Biden and Trump, if they want the black vote, they had to come to the table with something. They need to sit down with, and it's no more. You're not getting our votes for free right now. You're not going to. And this is me paraphrasing. You're not going to get our votes for free. You're not going to just. We're not just going to support the Democratic Democratic whatever fucking thing without party. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Democratic Party, and it just automatically think y'all gonna get the black vote. And if Trump wants to, he has to work with the black people too. So, I mean, do you agree? I feel like the timing is off.
So basically, I kind of see what he's doing. It's like you're not selling the race, but you're making people work a little harder just because it's like for the Dems, just because you guys support giving back more money and making things more economical, you automatically feel like we should vote for you. Nah, that's not the case. We should do so. That's saying like a case by case scenario, but that leaves interpretation for different people with good finances or in a financial good place versus someone who's not well off. Then it becomes like a tug of war type of thing because, oh yeah, this works for me. His policies, his legislations work for me, but it may not work for the next person. So then I feel like it's a individual. We're breaking up a race and making them individuals. But that's exactly what voting is, though. At the same time, but I don't necessarily agree with that. That's my point. And Diddy's coming out of nowhere saying this now. Like my nigga, like he always does this when like he speaks up.
Vote or die.
He speaks up for these. He don't have the same energy year round. It's just like
when it's convenient.
I feel like he pick and choose these battles.
Well, I mean, it could also be that we're all going through this together, no matter if you're rich or poor right now. So
because we got mad
quarantine and things. But yeah, I mean that could be it. But I feel like even if you're like rich right now, I mean he could be a Republican, like I'm gonna get these tax breaks, fuck my race and whatever. But he's politicking for essentially his people. I'm not agreeing with exactly at his timing. I think this needed to be said again. prior to us getting Biden, like when we were really searching for who's going to be the next Democratic candidate. But now you need to be like, all right, I'm gonna support the best out of the worst, you know. But also, I mean, that's what it is. You got to support the best out of the worst. But also, it's like we do need to, as the homosexuals did and gays got, or whatever, the community, their community got everything. They got a lot of things when Obama came. Black culture didn't. Black people really didn't get anything. And it's been like that for a lot of years for a lot of candidates, like a lot of presidents. We haven't got anything. So it is about time that someone, you know, and one, we shouldn't have to pick between two parties. Anyway,
I agree with you. It's going to be a lot to get. It's going to take a lot for us to get out of that two party system. It's basically somebody, one, that's going to embody going against the system, and somebody who you'll be able to fully trust as a candidate because he's going to be extremely transparent and trustworthy. But name a politician that's been fully transparent and trustworthy. You can't, because they don't exist. So
that's true. Well, I mean, that's a person. Nobody's 100%. Everybody got fucking skeletons in their grave. Everybody got a little something in their grave.
Everybody has skeletons, but you get what I'm saying. Like most politicians, like they say one thing, and then when they get in the role, it's something something completely different. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you say it, you got to say what you want to say to get elected. But that might not necessarily be, what you actually go for. Like, for example, what was it? I think it was when they were voting in Supreme Court Justice, the guy that, I forgot his name. The one that had the rape charge, and the lady, like, remembered everything that happened, like, 30 years ago and had facts, and everything was there. And they still voted him in. It was a Democratic, I think, senator who was from West Virginia. And he voted to accept them because of one, where he was, a senator of being in West Virginia, which is majority a red state. And basically he had to do it in order pretty much to secure his reelection. So it's like you almost
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? What you actually feel versus.
Yeah, I think, but I mean, the timing of the comment is like right now we're going through like probably the worst year, one of the worst years recently, like. And it's just like, in this next election is like, I don't think you need to be telling, people, especially people of not the same financial caliber of Diddy, to be like, all right, y'all need to do this, you need to do that, when really we all need to just go out and vote. You need to vote, even though I do have my own reservations about voting and stuff like that. This is not the time to talk. I feel like you can talk negatively about voting after you vote.
But
you can talk and say your comments, but the whole thing is to get people to vote. But then after, you can say your, however you actually feel about it later.
But here's the thing, though, like with understanding like everything that that people of color had to go through to be able to vote. Don't complain if you don't vote. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look at the reason why, honestly, that Trump is in office, it's because people was like, oh, I don't agree with the credit, so I'm just not going to go vote. Which is your choice.
Well, I don't know that, because I think they need to go straight to the popular vote. The electoral vote is bullshit. It's bullshit.
I mean, it is. It's the way the system is set up. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do in terms of taking out the electoral college. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. So at this point, you need to understand how that works, and focus. The thing that made Obama such a good candidate in terms of when he got elected twice was he really concentrated on our age group and focused on basically the young folks and trying to, be able to push them to achieve things. Even when he, spoke at our graduation, like you think about some of the things he said. But
I think Biden really needs to get innovative right now. I mean, because right now you can't really go out in politics like how you would use to shake hands, kiss babies and stuff like that. He needs to be innovative right now and meet this younger generation.
His ad that he just did against Trump was good.
They cost a lot of money.
He needs Tory Lanez. He needs Tory Lanez to be innovative, because Tory is right now being innovative as fuck right now.
That's good to see, though. That's good to see. I heard that's definitely good to see that he might get picked up by MTV so that just proves, as a artist, that you're not gonna box me in and just put me in a music industry category.
Yeah,
that shows
true.
you have versatility and creative innovation. Make sure will enhance your chances of being more longevity. This just shows that he can do other avenues and still be in the main spotlight, and yet still accumulate revenue. So big shout out to Tory for opening that lane. He definitely, now I definitely feel like he's gonna boast and brag about that. Like, he opened another lane for y'all. That if you guys have the charisma and personality to match, then you can also become in this lane. But if you don't got that type of charisma and personality that people would like to see day in, day out, then it might be a dub. It might be quiet for you, and being versatile like that and do two different streams of publication publicly.
Yeah, well, if people don't know, so Tory, what was it, Friday, he did a live tour on YouTube Live with like an actual stage, a band and everything like that. And people were able to comment and send donations that would go to COVID or whatever. And that's just showing, because a lot of rappers are going broke right now. And a lot of rappers depend on show money.
That back end ain't coming in no more. That back end no more.
And Tory's, I gotta say, Tory's showing that he might be here for a couple more years. Like, he's going to be here. He knows how to change with the time and everything like that. He opened up a lane for a lot of rappers to get a bag now.
Right.
This is going to be our new. There's no new concerts. They already stated that there probably won't be any big festivals, anything till 2021, late 2021. That's a lot of money being lost.
And so again, like, so he has, and then the structure of YouTube, you get paid per million of subscribers or million views. So he's doing great numbers, but some other people will not be able, again, your creativity, your innovation, your charisma, your personality are all things that drive this type of thing to make people want to watch and see. So not everybody has that in the rap lane. So again, creating a lane. And I know he a short nigga too, so he gonna be arrogant. Like, I opened a new lane for you niggas. Like, y'all been doing this shit before. Like, that's his story here. He a 5'5" Napoleon complex little nigga. So I get it.
5'5" with a heart of a giant.
I can see that.
Hey, yo, you can't give short niggas nothing. You really can't give short niggas nothing.
These niggas are different, boy.
George, you short and light skinned, so I really don't know.
I mean, look, it's actually funny. In our group of friends, I am the shortest one, but I don't get none of the short jokes. None.
You got to be the shortest.
You don't act like a short one. You got, but you got, we got other niggas that are way shorter than you. they act their height. The maturity level stops when they stop growing. I'm gonna hear about this tomorrow. Oh man!
Oh my god! Oh man! What was?
Oh, we actually. Oh, so we have nailed. This shit kind of long. God damn!
I didn't even read it.
Oh, real quick.
I know. Why am I reading it? Go ahead.
I'll read it. I didn't get a chance to touch on it. The Tyson meat production thing. I know they were talking about a lot of them needing to close. We know Trump pretty much has signed the order to make them remain open, so there will not be a shortage of meat. I did find that to be a little bit interesting, though, being the fact that, because they're in that factory setting and a lot of people are getting sick with the coronavirus. How do y'all feel about that?
And it being food, it's gonna get in our food.
It's exactly, in meat industry, you don't have to just worry. A national global pandemic like this, you're worrying about a virus. But in the meat industry, you also have to worry about other sicknesses, ailments, and quality of the meat. Salmonella being, of course, like these type of things breed in that type of environment. So, okay, yeah, it's gonna suck. We're not gonna have meat, but my nigga, I'd rather have better meat, better quality meat than in unconsumable meat. Oh shit!
I'm so mature. SoundCloud, soundbite.
Yo, y'all gotta chill. You gotta go.
Oh,
You gotta go. And I didn't even. And I was just going on that fucking server.
I was
right
trying
now,
to hold.
I was like, what
trying
the
to hold
fuck?
it in.
I was trying to hold it in, but it just kept.
What did you say? Hey yo, Paul. Hey yo, chill out.
I feel you. I feel you. Go ahead.
I can't even go.
That's what happens when you listen to Savage too much. You listen to me.
Yeah.
Savage
Hey yo,
niggas go wham.
Hey yo, don't do no crazy shit, or else I gotta see you with the hands.
I'm about to loop that shit on video. Good quality meat. Good quality.
I want better quality.
Fuck yeah. Man.
Better quality meat. Oh man, no, but I do agree that that's the title of this episode. Better quality.
Better quality.
Oh man.
Oh, I hate this podcast. Hey, we haven't done this. I can't even toast this.
Oh yeah, we
haven't toasted one day just for. These are the times that we miss for being in person. These quality and genuine laughs like this. So, toasters, crew, I'll toast to y'all.
Oh my god.
Oh, I do understand. Yeah, I understand. So, but I mean, I feel like one, they clone chickens anyway. I feel like I really do believe they're cloning these chickens. So it's probably not even real chicken or whatever, real meat. Two, that's like, I mean, I feel like this might be the time to shut this down. Like, everybody can stand to go vegan or keep some vegetables. Eat your garbage or beans or whatever you need, man. Just eat regular produce. You be all right.
What about, okay, so then it becomes the whole thing is a national, the betterment of the whole society, of the whole world. Like, just because the president feels like it's okay to open up doesn't mean it should be. Like, you're talking about millions of people being affected by these plants, these meat producers, industry. So why risk that? Like, but I guess our administration doesn't think like that. So that's just a personal thing.
He want his chicken. He
wants to pass the buck. He literally does not want to be held responsible for any of this. If you realize everything that they asked him,
that is something.
He passed the buck. No, I'm not accepting responsibility. No, I didn't say that, even though he might have just said it yesterday. Like, he doesn't want to have any responsibility for anything, so he doesn't have to take the downfall. Like, he really wants, every time like Dr. Fauci says something, he really wants to be like, no, F him. No, that's not what needs to happen. But he knows he can't, because that's the main doctor that's trying to basically help the entire country get through this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I
mean, this is the case of somebody who became president just to show you I could, but I really didn't want this job. Like, I didn't really want this job, but y'all didn't get it. So now I got to ride this shit out. I got to save face and ride it out right now.
I just wanted
That's equivalent. He did in the future. I ain't want to fuck the bitch with Molly, baby fucker. He hit the future on us, man.
I didn't want to fuck this bitch with Molly, man, because she was asking.
Yeah, I didn't even want to be the president, but y'all made me the president. But I mean,
yo, this
that's what you doing.
Yeah, no bullshit. It do sound like a challenge gone wrong. Like, yo, y'all said you don't think I can run for president? Yeah, I'm gonna run for president. Go ahead, watch this.
Yeah, you got one of those challenges in your text messages. You challenge somebody that they wouldn't have abs. You got to give a time frame for him.
Let's talk about it. He don't get 10 years. He don't get 10 years to become skinny. This nigga has it's the end of punishment, and then we're gonna see like if he's still out there the way he was, or he leveled up.
The way he was.
The way he was.
Yeah.
And you gonna shave your head bald. You gonna shave your head bald.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But I know as somebody who works out,
probate fee.
Probate fee. As somebody who works out and is physically fit, like I know it take a little sacrifice, it take a little determination, some perseverance. Like,
you gotta be off work. You gotta
be off work.
You don't think he can do it?
You don't think he can do it? In the time frame, that's a lot. Like, you can do that, and He has to have a major adjustment to lifestyle.
You gotta change your eating habits. Yeah,
and working out. Like these are a lot of. He has a lot of attribute. I forgot the word, but he has a lot of factors to factor in. And I know how time consuming. Yeah. One thing is not his friend is time. So the more time passes, the less and less I don't know, devotion.
It's hard to change habits. Yeah. I feel so like we'll see. He already told you what he's gonna do. He's gonna get on his IG detox. Detox tea.
Go ahead. Use whatever.
He said the detox tea. He's gonna get the hydroxy cut. Like he's ready.
Yeah, he's gonna get a waist trainer. Like he's gonna get everything.
Oh my goodness! I wish I could call him right now. I wish I could call him.
I have faith in him just because the fact, I swear, if you have to shave your head, it is going to be the funniest shit
I'm
ever
trying to tell you, I'm gonna be the sexiest bald nigga alive. I promise you. I promise you. I'm okay with this.
If he have a six pack and you know, then you gotta talk. He gonna talk way more shit.
Oh no, that part is never gonna happen. That part, I'm still good over here. I'm good. I'm still good. But I'm not even hating on him. I want him to get there so we can shine together, brother. I hope we can shine together.
Your bald heads will. Look, I should call him and add him in real quick.
the fresh Crisco, nigga. That shit gonna be funny as ever.
Oh my god. Until quarantine's over.
All right, so look. Till quarantine's over. We don't know when that's gonna be, but okay.
All right, well,
you gotta give him maybe till like August 1st. That's like 3 months, yeah.
Do September 1st.
No, that's a little bit too much.
That's too long. That's too long.
That's too much.
You're wild.
That nigga gonna get.
That's too long.
Nigga can fly. He can fly to the Dominican Republic and come back another president. Nah. Yeah. Let's read this fan mail. We gave this man too much energy, but I'll toast to that.
He's just giving too much energy.
All right. Damn, this is a long one. All right, so I'll try not to say the name that's in here, but I'll try not to. I've been seeing someone for 3 months. Fuck it. I'm just changing the name. I've been seeing someone for 3 months. Claire had an ex who was abusive and beat her. She's been very upset, of course. We had an argument the other week. She got very drunk and went to her ex's place. Claire said they never had sex, but they fondled. And then she left and told me she went back to ask her ex why did he do that to her. Claire felt a bit intimidated by my past ex Hannah and said she looks better than her. Okay, this is a little everywhere. Now she is saying she loves me and fears I will break up with her. She asked me, please don't, and was very upset. Claire said seeing her ex was like a goodbye. She also said things can be messy at the beginning of relationships. What do you think I should say? Should I give Claire and me another chance? What are your views? I would mostly appreciate it. Love the podcast. Have a great one.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take.
That shit is everywhere. That shit is all over the place.
It was, yeah. It is.
But go ahead.
Fondled about is what got me. Then she fondled about. Like, what is fondled about?
I guess your man's got his hands wet. I guess I don't know.
Nah. Okay, we have an argument. We have an argument, and the first thing you do is go back to your ex.
I know that was my first thing. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't. That's not healthy, and two, like, how's that helping your relationship if you going right back to you know what I'm saying, what you knew in the past?
It honestly sounds like there's a clash in two different areas of subject. Whether the other girlfriend's, she's intimidated by the other girlfriend, which is why should you be concerned about? You're with this person now. These are old things that don't matter anymore. These should not resonate. But if they are resonating, I feel like there's not a closed chapter. So maybe that should be a dealt with thing first, and then the whole going back to your ex's house out of an argument, out of a dispute. that's your first train of thought, that also is an indication, a red flag of, whoa, maybe the way you perceive and handle things is not the best way. So maybe we should not be doing this at this right time. Maybe our timing is off, and maybe we need to revisit this when we both have some closure, some better decision-making skills, and maybe we can see eye to eye, because that would just be a road for disaster if you continue down this, because fondling, who the fuck know what fondling entails?
Yeah, fondling about, that's like I was trying to be serious, have a serious voice, but fondling.
Yeah, but like either playing with the pussy or you playing with her titties. Like, what is that's my interpretation of it.
Yeah, that's what she told him. She said they didn't have sex, but they fondled. Yeah, I don't believe one. I'm not gonna believe it. I ain't never did.
I ain't never seen no fondle shit. I
just fondled her, babe. I ain't hit her. I ain't do that. It wasn't. We just fondled a little bit. We just fondled a little bit. But the fact that you go run back to your ex, I don't know if I could trust you. And then you just to say that it was just a goodbye. It was I needed it to say goodbye. Like, no. I don't think that. I mean, you already.
When you met me, that was your goodbye. Then that was it.
And I feel like she's very insecure. Like, if she thinks his ex is his past ex looks better. Like, I think that's a lot to deal with.
But you could also tell though, like within her past, I guess you could say that's how you know, like it was her past relationship was very abusive, because like her self-esteem and everything is just shot out the window.
I think she needs to be single. Actually, she needs and maybe a little therapy. Not to be funny or anything. She just needs to talk to someone, because it seems like she needs to find out who she is, to find her worth and everything. Like, I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't revisit this at a later time. They both need to revisit this at a later time, because it's
they can fondle about, but they don't need to be in a relationship right now.
What the fuck, fondle?
Do y'all believe like timing is very like essential in terms of like a relationship? Do you feel like timing is very important?
I think it is.
This occasion, this sounds like a timing thing. This sounds like you have to be ready, you have to be open, you have to be willing. You're giving your energy, you're giving your body, you're giving yourself out to another person. But if you're not physically ready to receive that, nourish that, and expand upon that, then bro, I don't know if that timing is right for you. Or sis, I don't know if that timing is right for you.
So you think but it's time in general, timing is time, like, you think that is a case for a relationship?
Okay, I was referring to that our
I know
that. But in general, I feel that time is something that we cannot get back, and time is also, it can be considered an asset, also an asset. So you invest your time with somebody, you're making an investment, you're drawing further and further to become closer with somebody. So the time that you are putting into this is also the time that you are able to see where this is going, see if I want to keep on pursuing this, and move to a level up to another stage. So your time involvement with each other, time reaction, time shared is important. And yes.
Okay. That was deep. Okay, Dr. Phil.
Hey, I had to come back because y'all hit me with the pause moment. I was like, fuck, this is not going down like this. He was about to motherfucking shine on this fucking podcast, because y'all think about some wild shit. Like, nah, nigga.
I do want to say I did get a message from a toaster that first of all, she just wanted to say she enjoys the podcast, and she said that we need to get more real about our personal relationships in our quarantine days, because she knows that we're inside with them.
Hey, just listen to the podcast.
Not everybody
you ain't need to know that.
I want to know who said this, but I kind of want to know who said it. But I mean, not everybody is inside with them, but some people are. So I mean, she wants us to get real. Like, but I mean, I wish she would have said a little bit more. Like, what do you want to know? I'm trying not to get on my spouse's nerves. So the fuck, I think I'm a lot. I'm a lot to deal with. I know that. I'm an Aries. I'm a lot to deal with, and being cooped up in the house is not good for me. I get it. I get anxiety doing this. This is like being in the house gives me anxiety. So I know I'm in a room just touching shit for no reason and annoying people for no reason. And only got one other person to annoy. So.
Oh, you're wild, buddy.
And I had 2 younger brothers, so it was always like, oh, go outside, do something like. So having only one person else in the house is kind of hard.
I got you.
Okay.
So what else you want to know?
I don't know.
I was recording the podcast with somebody else in the house. Ask her what else you want to know. Let her let her. She can send that something in. Tell her what else you want to know. I'm an open book. Yeah, I'm an open book, so it's fine.
Okay. I'll be sure to ask her what is she specifically.
Niggas think they know your life. Niggas think they know your life because you listen to the pod. You don't know me, nigga. You don't know me. Yeah, god damn. Niggas think they know you. You don't know me, nigga. God damn. You make sure you and yours good, okay?
Ooh.
Chill. Toasters in, man.
Yeah,
we appreciate y'all for checking in on us. We like to check on y'all. So again, in this, when you do hear this podcast, remember, I'll toast to that. Subscribe, hit the likes, hit the subscribe on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Follow us on IG. I'll toast to that. Check out our Facebook for the visual contents. These are things that we like y'all to hear and see and feel like you're a part of this. So just like she had she was very comfortable to say that. So we want you to be comfortable to approach us like that.
Yeah.
And
you can be comfortable with talking your shit. I love a shit talker.
So I'll toast to that.
I like that. I'll toast to that. Yeah. So last topic. How do you respond? And I guess it kind of leads into what we were just talking. How do you respond / read text messages? Like first look versus second look. Like how does that like?
Okay. So are we using so for in general, or can we use our toasters?
Okay, let's use
our toaster spam mail.
Yeah. So she just texts you. She texts you. Oh, we didn't have sex. We just fondled. What is your
your first text message back? Like, oh, you didn't even read the whole paragraph. You saw fondle. You like, what the fuck is a motherfucking fondle? But then, my nigga, for the second look at that text message, you like, yo, wait, hold on. Let me delete this real quick. Let me ask some other underlying questions and some other informative information that need to be known in order to make a conscious decision. So that first look versus that second look at a message, to receive that and adhere to that and process that, that's a different phase. Like, I don't know if people, like, it's just how your brain works. Like, if you just jump off the ledge 0 to 100, like, did you receive that? You might not have a second.
I have done that. I have done it. I've jumped off the ledge 0 to 100.
Just off it.
I mean, it happens.
It does happen, but it just as an adult, as I've gotten older, that second look, come back, read the message again, listen, or adhere, listen to the words or read the words and get an acknowledgement of what is being said it's a better outcome, I've learned, than just first look.
I think it depends, because if say it's 2 seconds, you could be like an argument or something like that, or even at work, like someone has like, oh, well, Tyrell didn't do such and such, like they do some snark, and you're like, oh, nah, because you get into a bag where like you got to get your professional smart ass bag, like, and put people in their place.
Exactly, and there's a way to go.
Per my
that.
last email.
There's a way to go about that. There's a way to go about
per
that.
My last emails. Hey, yo, my nigga. Per my last email is literally, yo, my nigga, I told you. that's what he equals, yo, my nigga, I told you last
Right. I had an incident on Friday from work, bro. I had to this lady, she tried to come to me like I didn't do my part of the project. And I was like, if you see the email attached that was sent on Wednesday at 11:02 a.m., and she was like,
hey, yo, you start giving time stamps on niggas, that's when you know.
That's the check and checkmate, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like that again, like we were saying, like this can be used in all type of settings, whether it's personal, work related, academic. Like there's so many. It's different. That can be just that approach, and it's a good approach to have, because you can literally save or hurt yourself in the process, depending on what setting you are in. Personal work relationship, like that second look is more of adult type of adherence. Like you're cautious.
Yeah, but the problem is if you're intoxicated, that second look could be the first look too. It's still it's the same look. Because that look still is sex and fondle in the same message. You like
look, the intoxicated. Look, being intoxicated. And then you might not get to that second look. It's just first look only, my nigga.
Oh, so you out here getting fondled, though? You out here getting fondled?
Fondled.
And I'm at the crib being thing, but you out here being fondled. Oh, all right.
I was
back.
I understand.
Or in group chats, when you like somebody get a joke off, you like, oh nah, this nigga can't be getting no fuck. I got smoke for this one. you ain't even, you might ain't even read it right, but you just felt like it was some smoke coming at you.
Or you even misread it. Like I've done it before. I misread a text and it was first look only. Respond. Oh shit, you didn't say that. My bad. You didn't. My bad.
You shoot somebody else.
That straight
Yo, bro, that has happened. You like somebody just LOL and they just start getting mad. You just get mad shots. You just start shooting that dude.
Oh, you got jokes too, nigga. You can get flamed up too.
You got jokes. You got jokes too. You got jokes too. Is like I ain't really got nothing for you, but nigga, you know you're not supposed to be saying nothing to me right now. You know I got shit for you. Oh, you think this is funny? This is when you ain't got nothing for. I ain't got nothing for you, George. You think this is funny?
So you got to find an easy target to go in. You got to find.
Yeah. That's when you can. That's when at the lunch table where you just get mad. Everybody just get that shit. Damn, you got me. Now, fuck that. You think it's you, nigga?
Look, ain't nothing better than getting 2 for 1. Like you played 2 niggas at the same sentence. Like, both y'all out the way now. Who next? Who wants smoke?
Go get your backups. I can get them too.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good one, bro. That's a good one.
Sometimes
I like it. Genuine laughs today.
This was pretty good.
About.
I know it was good pod. I mean, I feel it. I feel
like we was in the living room. I feel like we're really in the living room, bro.
Facts. I think that's crazy. By the time we record again together, we'll be in a different environment. So
yeah, have my lighting and everything right. Have the shit right. AC on, all that shit, man. My shit right.
What bills you paying this place?
That's what I was going to ask.
I provide. Liquor.
You provide nothing.
You provide absolutely nothing to the bills.
You mean nothing. You mean nothing.
Absolutely nothing to those bills.
What's it? Yeah,
I
mean, I think we
everything.
Wrap that shit up. It was good. Yeah, we went through the whole thing. I fucked with it.
Well,
the Juan never showed up, but it's all good. Diva never showed up. I just want to let that be known. Diva never showed up.
Diva.
I don't want to hear nothing. Nigga said start without us. We about to end without you too. We about to end without you too. We'll start without us. Shit. Treat this like work, nigga.
We about to start taking absentees, nigga. You can't pass the grade with you absent
Oh man. That nigga fondling about.
He's fondling about.
Yeah.
Don't talk about that anonymous toaster's email like that. She.
I do that. I've never heard nobody use fondle. I mean, that might be my new word. That shit it might be way. I might start that.
I don't know.
I'm just not. She was like, "You just trying to hit?" Nah, I'm just trying to fondle a little, just a little fondle, just a little fondle. Just fondle a little bit. I ain't hit. I just fondle. I didn't even want to hit. I just wanted to fondle. Molly made me fondle her. Even though
Molly made me fondle her.
Anyway. I think it's that time to wrap it up. So toasters, we appreciate y'all joining us, listening to us, in your living room with us, in your bathroom with us, whatever you may call it. But we just appreciate you, and we like to say, please, again, if you haven't already, follow, subscribe to our YouTube page. I'll toast to that. Follow us on IG.
Subscribe right here.
I'll toast to that.
Subscribe right here in YouTube.
If you're looking for visual content, please check our Facebook page out. Comment, give us a reaction. You know, Facebook just dropped a new emoji. Please use it. What else?
the fuck?
It's the care emoji.
Yo, you know
The
some
care.
random ass shit. Yeah. That's just
care
fun
emoji.
fact for the day. Fuck. They dropped a new emoji. All right, bro. Hey, yeah, where you get your facts from? Yeah, what news outlet you can get your shit Sunday?
It's just,
All right, yeah.
walks through journeys of
He's
life.
well
That's
vast.
Shit, that's what come up on his news feed when you swipe the iPhone. Fucking new emoji. But no, finish it off. Go ahead. You got it. You was rolling. Subscribe here.
I was. Hey, wait. Start it off. I think I can do it from there.
Okay, well, let me just subscribe. All right, if you're on YouTube, subscribe right here. We have a playlist of videos. You can, if you haven't seen the other ones, you're new to the channel, go ahead and check these out. You can also find us on anywhere podcasts are found, Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever you can find us. Also, if you want to be a toaster in our toaster mail, you can either DM us on IG at I'll Toaster That, or Facebook message us, or you can email us at I'llToasterThatPod@gmail.com. We keep everything anonymous. Steve, go ahead and kick it off. They could be anywhere in the world, but they're here with us, and we appreciate that.
So
and if liquor were the ocean, I would be a duck.
I'll be a duck. And since I'm not a duck, and I'm at the bottom,
if liquor were the ocean, I would be a duck.
I'm gonna get it one day.
I would drink my way up, but since I'm not a duck, and there's a lot of liquor still in my cup, I guess it's time to get fucked up. But stay fucked up, stay toasty.
I'm gonna get it next. I'm gonna get it right next
everyone
time,
be safe. Be safe.
I'm gonna get it right for the toasters next time, probably.